So this is an introduction to the frame, which is a dimension model with 12 dimensions. And it's been in the process for 3 years now, creating it, understanding it, developing it, evolving it, and it's ever evolving. So that's what makes it real. And what I noticed is that a lot of people are talking about 5D, how humanity is awakening from the Matrix and they're just going directly to the 5D, which is happening, but it's not as simple as that. Well, technically it is really that simple, but there's a lot to the different frequencies of awareness. And we can start at the bottom, where we are now, which is the realm of the destroyer, right? We're in the Kali Yuga. Boom. Here we are in the Iron Age. We can call this the underworld, ruled by Hades. It's also very Shiva-oriented, very Kali-oriented, of course. And this realm is very low vibration. But it's good that we're here to learn from our mistakes, hopefully, and ascend here and then here. Okay, so the realm of the destroyer is all about programming, conditioning, duality traps, Hegelian dialectics, confusion, and this all starts in the womb. So we are born in the womb, within the meta, within the matrix. So it's like a triple trap. So let's draw a womb. There's a baby inside of this womb. And the first initial programming is happening already the second you enter. This is the light from God, from the Creator, from the All, from Source, and that's where you are, right here. The second you enter, sorry, I made the baby's head really big, because we're smart babies. The second you enter, you're being programmed by the music that your mom is listening to the food. Let's write it down. The food that she's eating, the music, the environment that your mom is in, or your parents, the people that are interacting with her. Let's say this is the mom. Boom, boom. What is she speaking? So the words that are being spoken and the words around the womb. So the baby is literally hearing all of this. For the environment, it's feeling all of this. Because the mom's stress, anxiety, angst is affecting the baby. The food is also affecting the baby directly, like literally. The physiology of the baby is being affected. Are there any poisons in the environment that are affecting the baby? which include alcohol, drugs, the frequency of those things in the environment too. All of those things are affecting the baby, right? So the 1D character is the baby, and every realm we start with the feminine, we're birthed into new realms of consciousness. And so the baby can be age 1, 2, 4, probably. And before the baby even knows how to speak, write, read, do anything, all of this is already being affected by people who are coming from a matrix programming as well as a meta programming. It depends on what dimension, your parents, your environment as a child between these ages, how you are being affected, right? So, let's see. Let's get rid of all of this. So the child is going into the meta with all of that. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of programming. So the meta is the cube within the cube. It's Metatron's cube. The meta is where, let's call this the family. This is like the direct people who are around you, around the mother, family, friends, family, all of that. That's being affected. So you can see the womb back there. That's what this represents. But on top of that, this is the cube within the cube. So we create more things. The child is between the ages of 4 and 18, but you can actually be a child forever if you lack awareness and perspective, and if you remain dependent for your entire life. I want to point out that none of these dimensions are bad. These are just what they are. So a 2D person does not equal bad. It's just equals lack of sovereignty, dependency is a plus because you're dependent on the matrix. You're also dependent on the meta. So what is the meta? We already discussed family. It's also community. So now we're expanding the field. So I can draw that somewhere here. Let me just delete this. There. Okay. So the baby, the toddler. This is the field of the toddler. The teen. This is now the field of the teen. And inside of the field of the child, 4-19/infinity, we have community. We already talked about family. Let's say religion. Let's call this actually beliefs. And then we can make this school. And down here, we can do friends. Friends are part of your community, but they have even more impact, right? Because this goes down to, what do the friends' parents believe? Where do they get their beliefs from? Where do they get their awareness from? Religion. Where does the belief of religion come from? Of their specific religions. So it could be the pastor or whatever. The school. What is the school getting their things from? And then the community as a whole, how is that interacting? So all of these things are affecting the child, the 2D, the meta person. And so all of these are affecting the informed field, the field of information, the field of awareness of the 2D person, right? Okay. As the child grows up, so they gain autonomy. Autonomy is in the matrix, so around 19 to, this is, I don't know, life until death, right? We're in the black box. This is the cube of Saturn, the cube of death, the black cube. And there's not really a way to escape the black cube unless you have a spiritual awakening, right? Unless you know that you're inside of the cave. This is the cave. This is a cage, right? So the cave, there's a lot of places to go in the cave. And actually, let's do, you guys know, this is a bigger informed field. So let's call this formed field. The 3D person has a larger informed field. Maybe they have access to more viewpoints. However, all of these viewpoints, this blue and this red, you know, this creates the duality matrix, the illusion of choice. Hegelian dialectics, right? All of this happens in the realm of the destroyer. Okay, so what do people in the matrix focus on? Again, it's just an amplified meta. It's like meta plus. So when you were a kid, what did you want? You wanted toys. You wanted V-Bucks. You wanted candy maybe, sweets, which is poison, lacking awareness. So now you learn in the Matrix, maybe, that candy is bad for you. You gotta start eating healthier. You're starting to create autonomy for yourself and what you believe is right. So, once again, you're in the duality matrix. So what you think you want is not really what you actually need. So, this is where, I don't know, you want a big house. You want a cool car. Let's draw a cool car. Boom. You want the Cybertruck. You want respect. You want RESPECT. You want money, obviously. You need money to live in the Matrix. Boom. But let's clear the field. But the main thing about the Matrix is that no matter how hard you try to escape, people don't want you outside of the Matrix. And actually, you don't want yourself outside of the Matrix. Because being out here is unknown. Unknown. And to get here, it's the narrow path, right? We've heard of the narrow path, the middle way, right? 1, 2, 3. Cross, cross, cross. You want to be in the middle way, but it's uncomfortable. It's sad, and it's a lonely journey. This is where community begins to take form. So, you find people close to the exit, right? This is a little community. You're away from all of these people. You've now separated from all of these random people who are just bouncing back and forth, doing things for no reason, literally. Not aligned with their higher purpose. They are seeking freedom, but they don't know what freedom is. They think if they have enough money, boom, they're like, I'm gonna get a house, boom, and then they get a big house, and then they're like, what is going on? I'm gonna get this new job. Oh, I got the job. I'm gonna save up even more. Boom. I'm gonna start a family. Boom. It's like they're literally just bouncing back and forth. And spiraling. This is where the midlife crisis comes in. The quarter life crisis, your Saturn's return. So they're like, what is bringing me purpose? What is the purpose of it all? And the purpose is truth. Okay. So all of these people, little communities, beliefs, again, these are beliefs still in the Matrix. Like, people believe in aliens. That is a belief that people have. People believe in, like, the Pleiadians, the Syrians, all of these things, which are beliefs. And what connects all of these beliefs is what ends up freeing you. So, sovereignty when you learn how to share beliefs like a child in a playground. And you find people who are sharing beliefs that are aligned to your beliefs, right? This is the playground. Healing the inner child, so healing the trauma. Let's call this rejection, trauma, let's see, money / lack trauma, sense of self, identity trauma. Who are you? Like, really, who the hell are you in the Matrix? You are wearing a mask. I don't even know. You're wearing a mask. And you put on these masks all the time to disguise something. You don't want to be too out there. You don't want to be too aggressive. Maybe you do, and that's also a mask. I'm the fighter. I'm the warrior. I'm the this. I'm the that. I'm the scholar. I'm the architect. I'm what you are. So, what I am doing. What am I doing? Like, if you're a doctor, you're doing doctor stuff, I'm a doctor. In the meta, it's what I have. I have this. I have a car. I have this car. It's like, I am my possessions. Right? I am what I am doing in the Matrix. So, how do you get out? How do you get out of the Matrix? And again, it all happens around royalty, sovereignty, becoming the self-ruled. So here there's one way out. This is the narrow gate, the middle way. The narrow door, you know. Once you get out of this box, this is the Matrix, your informed field becomes much larger, huge, way bigger. Because now you're in the realm of the observer. You're in a whole different realm of reality. This is the self-ruled royalty. Sovereignty. So now you have the ability to rule yourself in some respect. Atlantis is where you really learn how to rule your mind. How do I control this? And how do I draw a heart? Something like this. That's a heart. Heart is funny because it's one organ, right? And it wraps around and folds up into one thing. But a lot of people think it's two things. Like boom, boom. You have to unify the heart and the mind by observing what is real and only what is real. So once you get into Atlantis, see how many paths there are here? Boom, 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 boom. A lot of ways to escape the 4D frequency. And at this point, you're not really escaping. You shouldn't actually be escaping anything. You should be ascending through them. But there's a lot of more opportunities because you have sovereignty. Many more doors open into the realm of samadhi, which is the 5D. So what is actually the 5D? The 5D is all about unity consciousness. So here, Atlantis, you are in a group of people, right? In a better, I don't want to say better, but in a more developed group than what you had here. So you're filtering out people who aren't truly aligned with what you have in these realms over here, right? This is where you create soul family. These are the people that are on your frequency. And your soul family is, let me just clear all of this. Your soul family is who you want to bring into samadhi. So your checks and balances. Basically, you are building a boat. You're in sovereign waters now. This is maritime law, right? Maritime law. People can do things to you. You can't really fight back. You're in a system, basically. This is Atlantean law, which is aligned with natural law. This is, oh, I'm free. I'm on an island now. And these islands are good, right? Because it helps you develop who you are even more. Everything is about building awareness. And you can see the children of light. Who are they? These are the magi, the genies, the fairies, and the elves. So these people, the 5D beings, are the guides for the royalty. So an example of this is the genie, and this is Aladdin. The genie and Aladdin, I don't even know why I drew that. The genie and Aladdin are the perfect archetypes for this. Aladdin is coming from the Matrix, right? He's in the riffraff, right? The riffraff of it all. But he wants to be royalty. He wants to be royalty. He wants to be the Sultan. And how does he do that? He goes into the cave of wonders. But he can't take the gold. Basically, the royalty trap is the gold. That's how you get stuck. Because once you are out of the cube, you have a lot more autonomy and ability to create abundance. But the gold, just like in here, is what traps you. The only thing you have now that you don't have in the Matrix is time. You're the ruler of time. 4D. So now that you're ruling your time, how do you do that productively? That's to build a boat off the island of Atlantis. You don't want to get too comfortable. Atlantis is a transitional dimension because it's really, if you think of a bay, a harbor, a gulf, right? Boats are coming in and out, in and out. And that's what Atlantis is. It's a harbor. Harboring you from the shit show that was the Matrix, literally. Because now you have order. Right? You have order. So, what to do when you're in Atlantis is seek a fairy, seek out the elves, seek out the genies. And these are normal people. I know many genies, many fairies, many elves, many magi. And these people are living in here. Sometimes they're living in the 2D. Sometimes they're living in the 4D. And their goal is to bring awareness back. It's transactional. We give information to the 2D. We give information to the 3D at the level in which they resonate. And then they also give us experience back. They test us. We help them bring awareness, right? So now the final realm. This is the Garden of Eden. Okay. So this is the masculine line. This is the feminine line. The balance line is how you escape. So let me just actually explain that for a second. So, go from here to here to here, right? Back to here, to here, to here, to here, back to here, to here, to here, to here, back to here, to here, to here, to here, back to here, up. So, if that makes sense, you're going like this, and then you're creating a 2D plus, basically. You go up, create the triangle. From the triangle, get birthed. Go here, create the triangle, like that. This is the ladder, basically. Jacob's ladder is this. Getting kind of fatigued, but I'll go over the angels, because the angel is about putting this knowledge into action, cultivating. So this is about gathering people, gathering the soul family, building your boat, sailing. This is all about convergence. 5D is all about convergence. You want to get as many people as you can to be in alignment with truth. This is truth, the light, right? Now, once you do that, it's like, where do you go? You have all of these people, like the genies, the fairies, the elves. They're very nomadic, let's say. That's why I said they're all over the place. Like, they're literally the nomads, like the wandering sage. They're the wanderers, but they have purpose. They're not wandering without a reason. They're wandering because they're waiting for something that aligns, that can be cultivated. The Garden of Eden is where you cultivate. It's where you bring back all of the different things. Like, literally, the 5D, you're a pirate, actually. Like, you are a pirate, literally. Arg. And because now you have sovereignty, right? I'm getting too, into the drawing. You have your sovereignty, you have your autonomy with your boat, you have your crew of people, and you're just sailing around, literally, finding what resonates, creating projects, creating memories. It's literally one piece. It's the one piece, literally. The one piece is the 5D. The one piece. You found it. The thing is, once you find the one piece, you're like, well, the map, actually. This is Hyperborea. Boom, boom, boom. This is the map of Hyperborea. This is the mountain in the middle. The North Pole, right? The magnetic North Pole. These are the 4 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4. In no specific order. And it's like, this is Eden. Like, the Aurora Borealis is happening. You're literally in a Garden of Eden. Lush paradise. How do you grow that, though? Because you want to grow your own Garden of Eden. And this is where the masculine action, but you can see it's turning purple now. Especially over here, where you get to royalty, you're getting into the purples now. You're not fully magenta, but you are getting purple. And in the Garden of Eden, it's exactly what you do. You become the angel. So the angel is the guardian. So it's both the guardian of the mountain, but it's more so the guardian of all of these other all of these other dimensions, people who are operating on these frequencies. And this is where you need to start creating foundation, building things, building empires based off of 6D truth. What is 6D truth? 6D truth is you have all the health codes. You have all of the astrology codes that you're getting from the celestial sphere. You have the building codes from the 2D and 3D. You have the nurturing codes from the 1D. You have the collaboration codes from Atlantis. And you're literally building an empire. You're creating beauty. This is the main thing. The Garden of Eden is about creating beauty with nature plus, I want to say, the mind. The mind is not natural. The mind is from here. That's where the mind is. Nature is the feminine. The mind is all in here. The angels create beauty. They protect beauty. Beauty is more ambiguous. It's not so black and white what beauty is. But beauty has structure, right? Beauty is, I don't want to say mathematical, but there's structure to beauty. And I don't really know where I'm going to go after this. I could talk about the feminine line. I can't cover all of these right now. I almost wish people were asking me questions, just because I lose my train of thought too easily. I haven't really even covered the majority of things that I need to cover. I can go over this. The realm of the destroyer, the element earth. The observer is water, that's Vishnu. The generator is fire, and the Godhead is air. So, I've created a tarot deck. Actually, I've created an oracle deck called Tetra Oracle. In each dimension, there are 3 cards. Masculine, actually let's start with feminine, balanced, and masculine. Okay. These are the 3 energies that are affecting the womb, that are affecting the subconscious. And so 3 times 12 is 36. There's 36 of these cards, which makes up the minor arcana. And the minor arcana is essentially taking all of the energies from all 12 of these dimensions and subdividing them into even more intricate insights. So, for example, how does the masculine of a dimension in the balanced line function? How does a feminine dimension in a balanced line function? How does the masculine nature of the 6D correlate to the balanced nature? And how does that all correlate to the conscious? So this is the type of interplay that we're going to get into for the Tetra Oracle. which I'm still developing, but yeah. This is the overall, this is the 12 dimensions. Actually, it's missing the 13th. 13, which is up here, which is actually just the encapsulation of all of the dimensions, and it's called Etheria, or Ethria. Yeah, guys, I don't know what else to go over. I could go over the mountain. The mountain, the dragon, the celestial sphere are huge. God, these are all huge. The womb, I think I nailed the womb. It's like, that's good. The matrix, I think I was a little bit ambiguous, but you guys know what the matrix is. Atlantis is really important because it's a transitional dimension. So you're building the boat, right? Here you're the pirate. You're literally Jolly Rogers. I don't even know how to draw. Like, you're literally Jolly Rogers. You're the genie pirates. The fairy pirates. The elven pirates. The... what else is there? The Magi pirates. Like, literally, the Magi, the three wise men, were 5D. They were Samadhi. They actually visited the 90. Christ was born on the 90, actually. It's the masculine line. He's the father of he's the son of the divine father. And the celestial sphere is actually where the sun is. The balance card in the tetra is the light of the world. So he was born in the 90 frequency. Well, like, I mean, we could have 1,000 videos about the archetype of Jesus, energy. This is actually the Christ stream, the balance stream. Like this is actually the evolution of Christ. He fought the dragon, went to hell, rose up, boom, boom. Yeah. He climbed the mountain. Like, I mean, the mountain, everybody, this is literally the cross on the mountain. These are all archetypal energies, frequencies. So he was born there. He went down to the Garden of Eden. He went down to the Matrix. This is when he was teaching people about, he was flipping tables, literally flipping tables, about the money changers. Like, he was in Atlantis, talking about fish. He was sailing to India, or he was doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is how these energies work. And people think that because the oracles of Delphi were feminine, the oracles of Delphi were the 90 female, which is Oracle of the Infinite Flame. This is the archetype of the Oracle of Delphi's. And like most intuitive feminine divination people are 90 feminine. But you can also have, you're basically incorporating all of these energies. So 5D balance, 4D feminine, Like, we're playing around with these frequencies, these dimensions. We're going in and out, we're weaving. What energy do we need to bring in to reach an overall 5D awareness? What energies do we need to heal to bring in an overall 5D awareness? Because where you are vibrationally, where you're vibrating at the most is where you are. So right now, as I'm making this video, I'm channeling definitely masculine. I'm cultivating something with a feminine touch. So what would that be? Oh, this is very Mercurian, actually. This is actually very Mercurian. And I'm kind of sporadic. I would say I'm embodying 5D Children of Light right now. But I feel too boring for that. Like, like I feel like I'm being a little, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm here, I would say. Like this is where I am. This whole structure, this whole model is 70. Well, it's obviously in the generator, but it's 70. It's the mountain because it's a place. Like, think of the mountain as a structure, right? This model is a structure. So I'm building a mountain. I'm building a pyramid, right? This is building the pyramid, right? I'm generating the G in God, this generation, right? And what happens down here in the 3D, it's degeneration. Degeneration. That's why people are drinking, they're on social media 24/7, like changing their brain chemistry for the worse. They're not reading, they're not evolving their mind, they're not evolving their consciousness, they're not evolving their pre-programmed beliefs of the meta. Like, some people are still believing what the church has to say, some people are still believing what school had to say, some people are still believing what family had to say, some people are still being affected by their past relationships. People are still trying to please their parents when their parents aren't aligned. Like, there are so many things that have to be dealt with while you're in here, because you have to look back, right? You have to actually look back to move forward. So when, in hindsight, after you've received the trauma, the programming from these two places, you go back and you heal, right? You nurture the self, you integrate the feminine, right? Because in the Matrix, this is the masculine line. This is literally the patriarchy right here. Like, this is where everything bad happens, in the patriarchy. And not like saying the patriarchy as in like the neo-feminist version of the patriarchy, but we are living in a patriarchal masculine system, which is very self-evident. So how do you integrate the feminine, the nurturing of the feminine? How do you use that knowledge to heal the child? Once you've done that, you can ascend. You can have a baseline 4D frequency, right? And once you find other people who have done this work, heart, who've done this work, then you guys start going to Atlantis. You create your crew, your soul family. This is soul family. Healed souls, right? Healed souls. Okay, what if somebody is not healed? What if somebody pretends that they're healed? What about spiritual bypassing? And we can get into spiritual bypassing. This is what spiritual bypassing looks like in the model. A bunch of people in here, even in here, who are literally missing the point. They're literally missing the point. The point is to escape, right? They haven't gone back. They haven't done shadow work. They are focused. They're over here, literally, looking at 5D from the 3D. They don't even know this exists. They actually don't know. They have a soul family, right? It's a mock soul family. Mock soul family. And they haven't gone through the tribulation of creating the real soul family. Because when you're in spiritual bypassing, let me just write this. Spiritual bypassing. Boom. Right there. When you're in this, all of these people who are in here spiritually bypassing with you, yeah, they're going to take like mushrooms, they're going to take ayahuasca, they're going to take this and that, they're going to go on trips. And I'm not saying this is bad to do these things. It's actually good. Maybe some are smoking weed. These are like typical things. I'm just generalizing. Like, people in here do these things too. The difference is these people who are operating in the 4D have done the shadow work, right? And the people here are creating like a pseudo 4D, and I would call this 3.3D actually. It's like they're aware, they have codes, they actually usually spread love and light, and that's all good. But it's like, no, dude, love and light is not where you have to face the dragon. So here's the dragon up here. You're not here yet. Like, nobody's here yet. I mean, the collective is not here yet. See how the dragon is directly below in the balance line? All of these dimensions on the balance lines are dragons. So it's like you literally have to, I don't know how to draw a sword. You have to slay some dragons, basically. So slay this dragon, heart, and now you're ready to create a real soul family and really build. This is all about building. 2 + 2, 22. 4 is building. Like, then you build the boat, right? You build the boat. You converge. So now that we have all of these communities, these soul families, who are in alignment with each other, in alignment with actually what is true, or like adjacently true, like there's still a little confusion, but it's like they're done with this. Like, we know this is done. Then you can start converging. So it's like, okay, we have all of these boats, right? We have all of these soul families, all of these different groups, all of these people. It's like, how do we get these crews, these soul families in convergence? Like, what do we all have in common? And what is true? What is the most truth? What is the most aligned thing that we all share? the convergence, peace, converging everything, converging your emotions into unity, into a mind-heart balance, a body-soul balance, everything in balance. Samadhi is really about trying to master your mind and your spirit and your body. It's like generally, like once you get to the observer, it's like you really begin observing, like really thinking about how all of these energies are affecting you. But yeah, I'll get into more, but I think this is enough. Like, this was a lot, actually. And only take what resonates with you, obviously. And yeah, I'll let you know what happens next. And leave some comments if you have any questions and you want me to explain something deeper, and I will. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.